Hello, everyone. Well, it's going to be hot across all of Nebraska today, but somebody has to be the hottest, and that's going to be in the central part of the state today. Notice the area shaded in orange. That's where a heat advisory is in effect. So the worst heat is going to be in places like Kearney, North Platte, Valentine. In this area shaded in orange, we're talking about feels like temperatures around 105 this afternoon. So this is the kind of heat that can get the best of you. Definitely stay hydrated if you're going to be outside, but of course the best strategy is just to try and stay inside in the AC as much as possible. If you do have to be out for an extended amount of time this afternoon, be sure to take breaks at least in the shade, better yet, inside in the AC. So that's the temperature situation. But we've got to talk about rain chances as well. Now, 8 a.m. this morning, a couple stray showers, best chance in the south central part of the state, but most of us dry. And whatever few showers are out there are going to fizzle out after just a few hours early this morning. But I do think we're going to see some redevelopment beginning in the mid-afternoon over in the Panhandle. This is 3 o'clock. Notice most of us dry and just really hot, but beginning to see a few showers and storms over in the Panhandle. The late afternoon is going to be the hottest part of the day, and look at these temperatures. 6 o'clock this afternoon. Now in eastern Nebraska, you might say, oh, not too bad, right? Compared to the central part of the state where we have upper 90s and low 100s. But remember, in the eastern half of the state, more humidity, so feels like temperatures already sitting around 100 degrees in eastern Nebraska. But again, highlighting that area in orange, those upper 90s in places where there's actually not going to be much humidity in North Platte, but already the temperature just near 105. And where we have temperatures in the upper 90s, yeah, a little bit more humidity pushing those feels like temperatures to that 105 zone. One thing that'll help a little bit this afternoon is it is going to be breezy across the state, talking about gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour. Notice more activity showing up as far as the rain goes in the late afternoon, though still looking isolated. The problem is, with this much heat, this much humidity, the isolated storms that do pop up and do have the chance of producing some penny-sized hail and some wind gusts around 50 miles per hour. So best chance late afternoon, looking like places like Mullen, Broken Bow, pushing on into O'Neill and other locations as we go into the evening hours. But I really think the chance for severe storms is going to be when we have those hottest temperatures during the late afternoon and early evening hours. Once we get past the early evening, our temperature's coming down, and so though the rain chance will continue, the chance for severe storms will be going away. So notice that for a lot of us, the rain isn't going to arrive until late. And so by this point, for places like Kearney, Grand Island, Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, here we are at midnight. Yes, showers, some weak storms around, but not severe storms. So some good news there. So really our best chance of rain across eastern Nebraska is looking like the overnight hours tonight. Let's jump ahead to the Friday morning commute, and the scattered activity is gone. At this point, we're just talking about a few leftover isolated showers in the far southeastern corner of the state, but I've got to mention a small chance for encountering a shower still for Lincoln and Omaha for the morning commute, but I do think most are going to be dry. Then that activity in the southeastern part of the state is all going to fizzle out after a few hours, and I do think the vast majority of the day is going to be dry and hot. Again, now, some improvement in the central and western part of the state. Still hot, but not as hot as today. Now, the difference is for the eastern part of the state, places like Lincoln, Omaha. It looks like temperatures not only a little bit hotter than today, but more humidity as well. So for tomorrow, we're talking about the chance for a heat advisory coming in. Those feels like temperatures getting around that 105 mark. Not where we want to be. The one good thing for eastern Nebraska is while there isn't going to be much wind in the central and western part of the state, it is going to be breezy across eastern Nebraska. So 4 o'clock, probably the hottest part of the day, and notice completely dry. But for the evening hours, I do think we're going to get some storms rolling into the Panhandle. Notice 7 o'clock Friday evening, most of us dry, but got to mention chance for places like Scottsbluff. And once again, so hot with this kind of heat, there is the potential that these storms, that as they roll in, could be on the stronger side. Can't rule out some hail, maybe up to about penny size and wind gusts of 50 miles per hour. I do think it's probably the early evening hours though, where we have this chance for severe storms 7 to probably about 11 o'clock at night. And notice the activity even at 10 o'clock still mainly limited to the Panhandle. Most of us still dry. So for most, Friday evening plans are looking good. This activity later Friday night will push to the east, but it's going to be weakening, and the severe threat will go away after about 10, 11 o'clock.